Good morning. It is 7:22 a.m. on Friday, February 2nd, 2018. Holy crap, it's Groundhog Day. I totally forgot that was coming. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I don't feel good today. I went to bed early last night and everything, and I woke up just feeling crappy. It's that time of year. It sucks. I tend to have kind of low-grade cold a lot of the time this time of year. I suppose it's possible also that it's actually not cold in that sense. It could be like environmental allergies to things that tend to only kind of come out and show up this time of year. It's possible. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, that's what I feel like is those noises. Um, I went to see Phantom Thread last night. This is one of the Oscar-nominated movies that Mike and I um, are doing a marathon for. We're going to try to see as many nominated movies as possible, and Phantom Thread nominated for 6 awards, I think. Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor for Daniel Day-Lewis, Best Supporting Actress for Leslie Manville, Best Score, and Best Costumes Best Costumes. Yeah, I did it. Um, the director is Paul Thomas Anderson, who has previously done There Will Be Blood, Magnolia, Boogie Nights, Punch Drunk Love. I've really enjoyed some of his movies, and they're always interesting. Whether they become one of my favorites or whether it's just like, oh, that was interesting. This one I'll have to keep thinking about. I think last night on Twitter I said that it was secretly weird. And a couple of people seemed like they were like, secretly? It didn't seemed like straight up weird to me. I guess I don't know what they knew about the movie going in. I knew very little other than the people involved, which to some extent is a clue, because Paul Thomas Anderson's movies tend to have an element of surrealism, even when there's nothing overtly fantastical in the story. But other than that, I had seen the trailer and I knew it was about a guy who was a clothing maker played by Daniel Day-Lewis, and he's very sort of fussy and particular, and then he meets a new woman who he falls in love with, sort of, but she kind of messes up his life somehow. And that's kind of that very basic premise is all I really knew. And you could tell from a perspective of tone, you could tell lots of very different stories from that premise. And I didn't really know what it was going to be about. But and I'm not going to spoil anything here, but what I will say is that the tone is what I feel like secretly weird is, I think, exactly the right description. And I don't necessarily mean that in the sense of, oh, well, you didn't expect the movie to be weird. I mean that the movie treats its weirdness like a secret. It does not just, on the face of it, throw weird things at you. You have to kind of notice the weirdness that's happening around what's going on. And it's in context and subtext and, yeah. I will say that probably people who are way into clothes, I would suspect, would get a lot out of this movie because it's also way into clothes. I'm not super into clothes. I feel like a lot of that stuff probably just goes right by me. But, hush, little dog. Come on, you. I think the movie is very, very well made, but it has some stuff happen in the story that I just sort of feel like I'm not sure how I feel about that. And I'm actually not 100% sure I understand what just happened. So it's given my brain a lot to process, which I think in some ways is a sign of a good movie, but also when you're still in that processing stage, it's a little bit harder to just say, "Oh yes, I loved it," because that's sort of a weird feeling to have. But anyway, I think it's definitely a very interesting movie, as Paul Thomas Anderson's movies always are. So, okay, I'm still doing a song this week, even though I don't feel good. And so how about this? It's a secret. It's a secret. It's a secret. Phantom thread is secretly weird. You never know what you're gonna find when you go to the theater and get in line. It might be a movie that's straight ahead, no dopes. Something that only relies on tropes. But Phantom Thread is secretly weird. Okay, I think that's actually all I got right now. My brain is mush. So, I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.